What's going on, guys? Bingo here, and today I wanted to do a video for my top 5 favorite normal monsters in the game. So I picked normal monsters because it's kind of a fun place to start when you're talking about lists, and the way you look at normal monsters is a little bit differently than you do an effect monster. You know, you don't look at it as this card's broken, this effect is great, it goes great in this deck. You just look at it for what it is, a cool looking card. Maybe it has some niche functionality, and most of the time it's just your experience or how you got introduced to that card. So without further ado, I wanted to jump into the list, but I do have 3 honorable mentions. My first one being Holo Holo, and I love this card. It is great. I'm so glad that it was an ultra rare in the sneak peek promo. This card just, it looks so cool. It's a Halloween themed. It came out with a bunch of other, holiday themed cards, and it's just a cool card. I had a collection of about 30, but the binder got stolen. I don't like to talk about that. But as far as cards go, I didn't put it on the actual list because it is a pendulum monster, so technically it has an effect, but wanted to mention it here. My second honorable mention is Red Eyes Black Dragon. So I think the artwork on the starter deck Joey / the first tin it was in for Red Eyes, I think that's the coolest artwork for that card, as well as one of my favorite in the game. So I don't want to have all ace monsters or main protagonist antagonist cards on here, but that's definitely worth mentioning as an honorable mention. And then a really weird one is Silver Fang. So this card's super old. It's like a 1200 attack level 3 beast, I think. And the only it's important to me because I just have this vivid memory of playing elementary school Yu-Gi-Oh! Where I'm normal summoning Silver Fang and I equip Horn of the Unicorn to it. And it's just like good old-fashioned elementary school. I got all these bad cards. I'm going to put them together. That's the memory I have with that. So that's all the honorable mentions out of the way. And the first actual entry on this is my number 5 pick, and that's Neo the Mystic Swordsman. So for anyone that doesn't know about this card, it's a level 4 light spellcaster. And the flavor text is a dimensional drifter who not only practices sorcery, but is also a sword and martial arts master. So this is the only entry on this list where it's like, I just like the card. I think the artwork is great. I'm big into the fantasy genre for video games, books, and movies. So I just really enjoy this card. There's no really lore behind it. It doesn't have an archetype. It's just a neat looking card, and I definitely enjoy it. So my number 4 entry is Galaxy Serpent. So this is probably the most competitively viable card on this list, depending on how you look at it. It's a level 2 light dragon tuner, and the flavor text is, your hopes and dreams will be refreshed if you catch a glimpse of this rare creature in the evening twilight, soaring in the sea of stars. So this card, the ultra rare version, is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. The space in the background, the contrast with the actual dragon itself, it just looks good. And then on top of that, it's a light dragon tuner. Unfortunately, it's level 1, but as far as being usable, it's definitely one of those. You can use the Brilliant Fusion, Lazuli, and this combo where you add it back to your hand. You got all the guard dragon support. You got Ib the World Chalice Miko, which is a fantastic card. If you play level 3s, you have access to that through synchro summoning. It is just a good looking card, and it actually has functionality in today's Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's pretty cool. I mean, it's not the best card, but it's definitely, if you like it enough, you can find a niche deck to play it in. And my number 3 entry is Gemnite Garnet. So obviously this card, everyone hates seeing it in their opening hand. Back when Brilliant Fusion was at 3, open 2 Brilliant Fusions and you're one of Gemnite, and you have 3 deck cards in your hand. But I have this card on here not because I have some story with it, but it helped me understand certain aspects to deck building, where yes, you can play 2 so that on the off chance you do draw it, you have the opportunity to resolve the card, even though you drew the Garnet, right? But there's arguments to be made. Yes, I understand you can play 2. I understand lists with 2 have topped. But as far as the most consistent variants of decks, you don't want to introduce other bricks into your deck to resolve a card in the worst case scenario. Sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and take the loss, and that's what I didn't understand as a relatively new player a couple of years ago when I was first introduced to the massive card pool that we have now. So my second entry is Chosen by the World Chalice. This card is a level 3 fire psychic, and the flavor text is: inspired by the world hero legends he heard as a boy, this crusader adds a piece of his armor from every monstrosity he destroys. He has set out on a quest from Fairy Lee to recover the 7 world legacies and save the world. So I have this on here because I love the World Legacy World Chalice like lore going on. It's so big. It's expanded, I think it's like 2 years now. And it's just an awesome way to introduce Link summoning. This was like one of the first Pioneer Link decks. And that is one of the reasons I have it on here as well. Because before I picked up World Chalice, I was playing Zoodiac. And it was just Mrs. Radiant on occasion. You know, you do the combo. We got Mrs. Radiant Double Trident or Mrs. Radiant Emerald. And that was it. I didn't really, no one was really pushing the Link spam firewall combo, and then we got Nightmare Goblin, and it just got out of hand. And I just really enjoyed being introduced to Link summoning, Link spam, I guess, with the World Chalice archetype. And I just think all the artwork is amazing and the lore behind it. So that's why I have it as number 2. And number 1 is Dark Magician. So it's kind of a cop-out, but everyone has their favorite ace monster. Everyone has the reason they started playing the game. So for those of you that don't know, for some reason, it's level 7 Dark Spellcaster. And it's the ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense. Ultimate wizard, right? So I have this on here because the first set of cards I got was the Structure Deck Yugi back in 2002. And then when I got back into the game in the fall of 2016, I picked up Dark Magician because I saw Dark Magic Circle, Navigation, and I was like, I know Dark Magician, I can learn the new stuff by playing something I enjoy, something I like, and I just love it. I wish the legacy support wasn't that bad, but the deck has its problems, but I'm not here to talk about that. I just absolutely love this card. It's kept me in the game for over 15 years now, and my favorite artwork is the original with the hand on his hat. So all right, guys, so that is my top 5 favorite vanilla monsters. If you've liked the video, please leave a like. If you want to tell me your favorite vanilla monsters, please leave a comment. Check out our Yu-Gi-Oh podcast we do. It's every Monday. It's on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. And if you have enjoyed the video, please check out our other videos. But without further ado, I will see you guys next time.